Hello, it's Chris at Garage Times, working on this Cub Cadet LGT 1054 again. If you're new to the channel, thanks for checking it out, and if you're returning, thanks for coming back. Today I am having issues with the key switch. I believe it's kind of chewed up. The key is actually, like I said, it's chewed up, and I tried to get it to work, but I think that's what the problem is. Key is actually broken too, and so I took it apart on the other side, and it looks kind of messed up. So I put it back together, and no crank, no start. I'm able to jump the solenoid on this, which is bolted right there. There's the threads, and that's a solenoid on the other side, and the terminals are on the bottom. So I climbed underneath and was able to jump it and start it. While you're running it, you can, the blades won't kick on now, so it's cause of concern. So maybe I have a safety switch thing going on. I checked the one under the seat, which is fine. I have no power going to the starter when I try to crank it. So possibly, I mean, sometimes if it, like walks like a duck, talks like a duck, maybe it is a duck. I mean, that's messed up. Something got put in there and over the years and before I had it. So anyways, another thing is I checked this safety switch here to make sure it was, sometimes they get loose or they're, not bolted down, and that's it on the left of the light there. Let's see if I can actuate the pedal for you. And it'll get depressed in. So functionally, it's definitely functioning correctly. Whether or not for electrical troubleshooting, if it's working correctly, that is another thing that will have to be figured out. But for now, I'm going to try this key switch repair. And honestly, I had just a old one that I hope it looks, from my memory when I took it apart a week ago, that it looks kind of similar. So this is just like one I took off a junk mower and saved. It says Craftsman on it. This is a Cub Cadet. I don't know if it'll work, but let's get this key switch apart and check her out. I'm gonna use one of these little pry tools to get around those edges and pop it out. And that's what I did on this side. I just got under here and popped it. If you're concerned about damaging the plastic or anything, just be careful. I'm gonna try to do it on the other side. And it's got like these tabs on each side that kind of lock it into place when you pop it in there. And that's the key switch on the bottom. And basically it's just kind of plugged in there. So I'm just gonna pull it off those spade terminals. So there's a look at the back side. Like I said, that cabling wire connector just pulls off those spades. And it appears they are similar. So I'm gonna try her out. And what I'm gonna do is those little black tabs, I'm just gonna go all the way around there and kind of stretch those tabs out carefully, not to break them, so I can push that gray thing out from this side through to the other side. That's what it looks like with that cover off. Just so you guys can get a look at it there. Still haven't got the key switch out yet, so I'll be right back with you. And my bad, like I fixed a lot of things. I've just not ever done a key switch. At least I don't remember. I did pull that old one out on that old, because I do have that other one, but I couldn't remember. But it looks like there's tabs here on the top, and on the bottom you just squeeze them together, and I think you push it through. So give me one sec. And I used a flathead screwdriver to kind of push down here in this opening that gives you access to the tab. A flathead screwdriver, significant amount of downforce, and then up to try to pop that out. Got to do one on the other side, or try to kind of pry on the other side, or try to put some pressure on that as well, that other tab. Okay, I got it out. So in retrospect, if you're kind of just checking to see if it works or not, you might want to not take this this thing off of here, you know what I mean? The way we did in the beginning. So all the guts ended up coming out of it. But yeah, this can stay on here, and then it's these tabs on the side that you gotta squeeze. Yeah, squeeze these here. But yeah, you gotta use something heavy duty to kind of really pry them in. All right, let's see if that other one works. Well, folks, that was the problem. That was the problem there. So it does crank over, and I'll see if I can get you, see if I can do this all with one hand here. Let's press the clutch again, and see if I can crank this here. Let's put this back in actually. So I just snap it back in there. That key switch just snaps back into place, and if you have it apart that far, you'll probably be shutting the video off here. So, and there's just that other wire connection that was in there right above the key switch on the back side. It's just a regular like clipped on wire connector. You'll know what I'm talking about once you see it. It's super easy to get off. But let's crank this. Well, that seems to be it. So that's cool. Lucky I had an extra key switch off the junk mower, and that's, wow, that was just off of like a Craftsman, I don't even know, a Craftsman like Briggs & Stratton white mower, I think it was, or, you know, who knows, it's just a Craftsman one. But I guess if you have that same, and maybe they're more common than I think, but that's the blade design that was in mine, and that's the exact same blade design that was in that Craftsman key switch. So, man, I hope this helps somebody. You guys have a good one, and thanks for checking it out.